The South Thailand floods occurred from December 2016 throughout the early months of 2017, but what happened on December 5th is what most still remember. Hi, I'm Chris May, host of This Day in Weather History, a podcast from the Weather Network in Canada. And today's episode, remember, is accompanied by a podcast video short that you can watch either on TV in Canada or on theweathernetwork.com/weather history online anytime and wherever you are around the world. They're shot right here in my podcast studio, and it features the episode being made with video and photos from the event from when it happened, so be sure to watch that. Okay, here we go. Some areas reported 500 millimeters of rain, others closer to 1,000 millimeters. And it resulted in everything you'd expect from this great of a deluge, and none of it was good. This day in weather history. According to the Thai Meteorological Department's automatic weather station, over 500 millimeters of rain fell over a 7-day period starting on December 1st and lasting through the 7th back in 2016. It fell far and wide all over southern coastal Thailand along the South China Sea. However, JAXA, the Japan Aerospace Exploration Agency, said that it was also clear that from their analysis of satellite data, it was closer to over 1,000 millimeters of rain that fell over southern Thailand and neighboring bodies of water. It would be recognized as the worst flood in over 30 years in the southern part of the country. And also, it happened during the regional annual monsoon season. It was particularly devastating in that it affected over 360,000 people and took the lives of 91. The storm was also monetarily costly, ringing up a tab of close to $4 billion in damages, much of this due to lost production in agriculture, tourism, and infrastructure. Thailand is particularly rich in rubber trees, and when they all came tumbling down, the critically lucrative rubber supply was terribly impacted. So just what happened that this storm would get as fierce as it did? It is typical for the end of November to be a period of intensifying convection activity over an area from the South China Sea to the Malay Peninsula. But in 2016, and especially after the fall season, a La Niña event occurred, resulting in high sea surface temperatures and conditions where towering storm clouds had an environment to easily develop. This is where you had a collection of unfortunate events come together for a toxic blend of terrible everything. You had these massive storm clouds forming in the Gulf of Thailand that passed over the southern part of the country. Already bad news, as we already know that this is where the worst of the flooding happened. But after that, a tropical depression developed in the waters west of Malay Peninsula. So now we have this moving in and lending its moisture to draw to a low that will only use it for more rain and storms. And you had a very moisture-laden air mass from the approaching northeast monsoon that was still streaking in to flow east into this tropical depression. This is a three-way intersection where all massive meteorological mayhems were about to collide. The result of these three independent factors was record heavy rains falling continuously over a week-long period and severe rain on the southern coast of Thailand and on the South China Sea. All the areas already mentioned as suffering the worst of the flooding. Let's take it by the numbers. Bangjak in particular saw 857.6 millimeters of rainfall. The Nakhon Sai Thammarat province got 756.2 millimeters of precipitation. And remember, the analysis of satellite data from JAXA said that over 1,000 millimeters of rain fell over southern Thailand and surrounding regions. It was a total and complete drowning of southern Thailand that happened this day in weather history. Hey, have you checked out today's podcast video short yet? It's a quick, concentrated 2-minute video on television on the Weather Network, or by going to our homepage at theweathernetwork.com/weather history. While there, feel free to watch them all and then bookmark the page because there will be another one tomorrow to accompany tomorrow's episode. They're only 2 minutes each, so get caught up. Binge watch, baby! Tomorrow is December 6th, and for anyone in Western Ontario, they will likely remember the crushing record amount of snow that fell on poor Lucan, Ontario between the days of December 4th and 8th of 2010. Then, a total of 177 centimeters, that's close to 70 inches, or over 5.5 feet of snow. And it fell in a 102-hour period, of which 98 of those hours was steady snow. and we're going to get hip deep into the details tomorrow right here on This Day in Weather History with me, your host, Chris May.